This lesson is all about brackets. There are several different types of brackets we need to look at. There are round brackets or parentheses, as shown here, square brackets, which look slightly different, and curly brackets or braces, which look different again. And formal writing rarely uses any of these. We have to be careful with punctuation. So parentheses are used to separate additional information from the main part of the sentence. And removal of the parentheses cannot change the main information. So it's additional, often unimportant details that are in bracket or parentheses. And also, when we remove the parentheses, the sentence must still be grammatically correct, and this is important. And the text in the parentheses can be anything from whole sentences to phrases, single words, or even single punctuation marks. And we'll see examples of these. Removal of the parentheses cannot change the main information. So in this example, our German neighbours made Schwarzwaldtorte, or Black Forest Gatto. It was delicious. And here, the information in brackets is just the translation of Schwarzwaldtorte. And it is delicious. So if we remove it, we get our German neighbours made Schwarzwaldtorte. It was delicious. Or someone might say, I'm so stupid. No, really. I don't know what I was thinking. And here the information in brackets just emphasizes the fact that someone feels stupid. So when we remove it, we get, I'm so stupid, I don't know what I was thinking. Again, the main sense hasn't changed. And also importantly, when the parentheses are removed, the remaining sentence must still be grammatically correct. So here's a sentence. I bought beer, bananas, crisps, and chocolate for our picnic, which sounds sort of okay. But if we remove the parentheses, we end up with a bad sentence, which is, I bought beer, bananas, crisps for our picnic. So something is wrong. What we have to do is change the original to be, I bought beer, bananas, and crisps, and chocolate for our picnic. So when we then remove the parentheses, we're left with, I bought beer, bananas, and crisps for our picnic, which is a correct sentence. And the text in the parentheses can really be a wide range of things, from whole sentences and phrases down to dates, single words, or even punctuation marks. I was very ill after eating at that restaurant. I won't be going back again. There's a whole sentence in brackets. Or as a phrase, it hasn't stopped raining, 3 days and counting yet. The unemployment figures report, May 2018, showed a falling trend. The politician expressed regret, sure, when the affair came to light. And these little signs or marks after the sure is like raised eyebrows, so it's showing irony. Or as an exclamation mark with punctuation mark, he managed to eat 20 hot dogs yesterday, where the exclamation mark in brackets is emphasizing 20 as being a high number. And here we have a slightly different thing where a single parenthesis is used when listing items. So for instance, your tasks for today are, and then 1, task 1, 2, task 2, 3, task 3. And here we see just a single parenthesis on its own. and this is really the only case where a single parenthesis is used. All other examples have a pair of parentheses, and please note, one parenthesis, more parentheses. Look at square brackets now. Square brackets are used in censorship. They're also used in quotes to add information, and can be used in nested brackets to make things clear which comments go where. And they have one very specific use, namely when writing sick, when quoting someone. So here's how we use square brackets in censorship. They replace an offensive word, and usually in a transcript. The defendant told the court that the copper kicked him in the head. So obviously used some bad words, and these have been replaced with expletive deleted, or sometimes they omit the deleted and just write expletive. That's in the written form. Obviously when we say it, we beep it out. Or she told the reporters, "My brother's a right, but he's still my brother." Or they're used within quotes to add information. And we should be aware that the extra information is being supplied by the author, not the person being quoted. So Paul said, the teacher sneezed 20 times. And in square brackets there's emphasis added, and you see the 20 times is bolded. So obviously when Paul said it, he didn't emphasize it like this, but the person reporting added the emphasis. Well, the teacher said they will leave school early tomorrow. That's what the teacher said. They will leave school early tomorrow. But the person reporting this had just added in square brackets that they refers to the children, to make it clearer for whoever's reading it. And again, she, the teacher, told us this would not happen every week. They were just clearing up who the person is. They can also be used in nested brackets to make things clearer and easier to read. I have a new job. My cousin got me a job at my aunt's, his mum's, firm. And here we see the comment is in brackets, my cousin got me a job at my aunt's firm. And because people weren't sure who my aunt was and my cousin, it's clearing up that my aunt is my cousin's mum. And so they put that in square brackets just to use a different type of bracket than the main comment. And they also indicate that a portion of text has been omitted to make reading easier. In this case, the omitted text is not deemed relevant to the report, and it just makes things a bit tighter. I know what you mean. After all, it was her decision. That's the main information, but in square brackets ... that shows that there's a longer portion of text that was added that was not deemed relevant to this information, so it's been abbreviated and cut out for the sake of brevity and clarity. And they have a specific sick use. Now this is used to indicate in a quotation that somebody made a mistake and that you're quoting verbatim. Right? You haven't corrected the quote, you're reporting it exactly as it was stated. Bob wrote, "It's up to them, it's their money." It sounds okay, but when we actually look at it, they've used the wrong form of their. It should be THEIR. And so the person quoting what Bob wrote has written it exactly as he's done, and then after the wrong bit he's added a sick to indicate that this was an original mistake in the quote. Or Peter asked, "Why is the puppy chasing its tail?" Again, it sounds okay, but it's used the wrong form of its. It's used the form that's a contraction of it is with an apostrophe and not the one without the apostrophe for possessive. So again, the sic has just been added to show that the mistake was in the original quote that hasn't been changed. Now, curly brackets are really not used in formal writing. They have some very specific use in maths to delimit sets, as in the set of fruit would be open curly brackets, apples, oranges, pears, bananas, close curly brackets. Also using computer programming languages to delineate scope. And some people do use them in informal text in place of other brackets. I think they do this just because it looks nicer. And as usual, we have to be careful with punctuation. So complete sentences in brackets have the full stop inside the brackets. Unless it's in the middle of the sentence, then we need no full stop. And we'll look at examples. The exam was 2 hours. It was barely enough time. So here the comment in brackets is at the end. The exam was 2 hours, full stop, open bracket, new sentence, capital I on it, was barely enough time, full stop, close bracket. Or in the middle, it's just a continuation of the sentence. So we'd have our English exam, that is my favourite subject, was 3 hours long. No full stop, no capital letter on that. Even though it's a full sentence, that is my favourite subject. And then phrases at the end of the sentence don't have the full stop inside. It's only full sentences. So we say, after the exam, we ordered a curry, nice and spicy. The full stop at the end of the sentence, not inside the closing bracket. And commas usually go outside the brackets. So on Monday, I hate Mondays, we had a chemistry test. So on Monday is the leading part. So on Monday, comma, we had a chemistry test. And the bit of information in the brackets is, I hate Mondays. But the comma goes outside. But if it's a question mark or an exclamation mark that belongs to the comment, then it stays inside the brackets. Otherwise, they go outside. On Monday, I hate Mondays, we had a chemistry test. And in this case, the I hate Mondays, the exclamation mark is just to emphasize it, and it's part of the comment, so it goes in the brackets. Or let's just change it from chemistry to physics. On Monday, who doesn't hate Mondays? We had a physics test, and here it's a question mark inside the comment, and the comment and the question mark belong together, so they're both inside the brackets. I hope that's clear.